All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing out there? I want to send a happy holidays. Specifically today, I want to send a Merry Christmas to everyone's family out there. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you and yours. Shoot, to be honest with you, I hope you're kicking up right now, opening your presents. Or maybe you've already opened your presents. I hope you got Mr. Taliaferro playing on your big screen, watching my video. Or maybe you're sneaking this video in before dinner, you know, watching your boy. I appreciate the love. I thank y'all so much for the support y'all showed me this year. Anywho, I just hope you with your family enjoying this holiday and enjoying the season. This is what they say. This is the reason, right? This season is I don't know. Anywho, back to the video. So Tekashi 6ix9ine, we obviously know what he's dealing with right now. Unfortunately, he will be spending this Christmas behind bars, as he and 4 or 5 of his associates are facing racketeering charges. We obviously know this was as big a story we've seen in hip-hop this year. Unfortunately, Tekashi and his Treyway crew, they've been accused of some very serious crimes, including robberies, including pretty much raising hell around New York and in the Brooklyn area, and just pretty much not caring about posting it on social media, not really covering their footsteps. And that's what the judge and prosecution want to get them on. Now, let's go backwards a little bit. We're going to focus on one of Tekashi's really close associates, his former manager, quote unquote manager with no paperwork. We're going to focus on a guy that goes by the name of Shotti. All right. Now, a lot of y'all used to call him Treyway. His name is Kufani Jordan, but most of us call him Shotti. Now, Shotti was the acting. I'd say he was the guy calling the shots behind the scenes. He seemed to be the muscle guy behind the scenes, like pretty much saying, y'all ain't gonna bully my young boy. I've been around in the music game for a few years. I know what y'all trying to do. Y'all telling Tekashi he needs to check in here and check. Nope, we're not gonna let y'all do that. So he was one of the guys who kind of just was to me, the guy that set it off for Tekashi 6ix9ine's career as he continued to deliver good music. Now, it looks like Tekashi and Shotti's relationships have went sour. We seen Tekashi kind of disown his Treyway set when he went up to the Breakfast Club. We seen some leaked text messages from Shotti pretty much saying, yo, I'ma feed him. He was pretty much insinuating that he was going to do some very hurtful things to Tekashi 6ix9ine when he got the opportunity. So we know their relationship is not what it was. They're all behind bars right now, separated. Obviously, I'm sure they've been able to relay any messages to each other that the two needed to get off their chests, or how they're going to strategically plan this case. Now, on November 26th, Shotti was in the courtroom, and remember, this is the day that he told the judge, prosecution, and anyone around this case. Remember, he blurted out in the courtroom, he said, we don't fold, we don't bend, we don't break, it's Treyway. He just blurted that out. Now, I'm going to add one thing to this that Shotti should have said in his saying, all right? He should have said, we don't fold, we don't bend, we don't break, and we don't pay, it's Treyway. He should have added we don't pay, because Shotti has found himself in a situation I'm sure he probably did not want to be in. He just lost his attorney. All right. Guy goes by the name of Scott Lemon, was representing Shotti in this case. Again, racketeering charges is what they're facing. On yesterday, Scott Lemon has relieved himself of duty in Shotti's case. All right. In a letter to Judge Paul A. Engelmeyer, Scott Lemon said pretty much Shotti ain't paid him. All right, that's the situation at hand. He said, I was never paid for that November 26th court date. He said it has been several weeks since that appearance, and I have still not received my payment. All right, Lemon added that he was informed by someone in Shotti's family that the funds were presently being raised ahead of plans to pursue new representation. All right. Lemon has met with Shotti to tell him that he was seeking to be relieved, and Shotti, he didn't mind. He wasn't objective to it. He's like, yo, I can't pay you. This is important to me, y'all. This is what I'm reading in all this. Shotti is pretty much acknowledging that he can't afford Scott Lemon, a very expensive attorney. He can't afford him right now. I think what got swept under the rug the first week of Shotti and Tekashi and associates getting arrested, I think people kind of overlooked one big fact. They gave out the bank statements for Shotti and Tekashi 6ix9ine. All right, they gave out their bank statements. I think Tekashi had a little over $1 million in his bank account. But Shotti was super low for somebody who had been talking such a big game, living such a great lifestyle. It looked like Shotti, I think, had a little less than 60,000, around 60,000 in his bank account at the time. I thought that was important information. The reason why I thought it was important was if he has any street money right now, it's going to be tough for him to clean that up or find ways to get that money over and get that money cleared with the judge. You got to be able to put up some money. You got to be able to put up a home or something. You got to be able to put up something that means value to you to be able to afford an attorney, right? And be able to get that cleared, right? You got to pay people legally. You just can't be paying these lawyers with this kind of dirty money, right? It doesn't work like that. You got to be able to throw up some real payments. You got to be able to prove to me you have a job, you're bringing in income, show me ways that money is coming in. And right now, with Tekashi not being able to perform, with him not being able to make money, and I don't even think Shotti would be his manager anyway right now, with Tekashi and Shotti not able to work, right? They're behind bars. Shotti was not able to get other artists off the ground. So he probably didn't have a lot of money coming in right now. He probably was living through street money and dirty money. It's going to be tough to get a top of the line attorney when you're not able to prove to this attorney, I have this, and this coming in. This is how I will be able to afford you. If we have a real chance at beating this case and it takes 2 to 3 years of your work, how will you pay me is what the attorney is going to say to Shotti. How will I get funded for this? I need to know that I will get paid, that this is worth my time. This is going to be a super high profile case that I don't want to not only lose, but if I'm going to lose and not get paid anything, because obviously we know with attorneys, they get the bulk of their money if they win cases. But in this situation, you're gonna have to pay something regardless, right? And if Shotti's not going to be able to provide money for just court appearances right now, he damn sure ain't gonna be able to provide big time dough when it's time for this thing to hit trial. It's gonna be tough, man. He's gonna have to find new representation. That's a big deal, yo. These big time attorneys are a lot of times able to really knock out some huge pleas for artists and managers and people around in the rap game. So we will see what happens. I think this might be a big development that a lot of people are going to overlook. Shotti just lost his attorney this early in the ball game. I think that means something. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Thank y'all so much for the time, loves. Put it on, take it for granted. Merry Christmas, everyone, and happy holidays to you and yours. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on itsmrtaliaferro.com, shawty.